CoronaCore will be opting for a switch and start the lead on the CT side. I wouldn't lean it towards Fortes because Corona is also leaned towards playing this map. And with Basalt or something, it'd be more interesting to see. But with Submerged, both these teams adore this map, it would appear. Or they've played it historically throughout this tournament so far. So if there's one for them to be more contestable through, it'd certainly be this one. With how heavy aim it is, it could end up being very one-sided. But again, their comfort with it shines hope. The contact A will be coming out here for Fortes with a single smoke and a flash to set up. Excellent double kill from the CTs to hold the initial aggression. Half Bay finding a pick to help give them site control. Jacob following up with an excellent second headshot for the round. Terasian punishing a rush through the smoke. And we're left with a 2-on-3. Gary engaging Markedon, holding him, and holding the rush as well, leaving Jacob in a 1v2 situation. And we see Jacob being eliminated here for this first round. So a good first round going to Fortes with an excellent recovery from the 3v5. The power of the Glocks shining through from the right. Markedon with an excellent Deagle pickoff to start off this round. Terasian left alone with the doors cutting off the vision. Binga holding some default, and it seems some mid-aggressive with a passive angle held by Made. Find info. Finding info of 2 players now through mid. Most likely calling some rotations of some kind towards this B hold. Some aggression towards Jacob to get some info towards the deeper part of A and finding nothing. Holding an aggressive angle. Finding information of a player. For unsure of where they'll end up. Still pretty standard. More information looking for from Elementor, it would appear. Deep into long, where the T's are actually rotating on Fortes right now. An engagement soon and a fast rush play after this kill with an excellent pickoff from Half Bay with the Deagle. And 2 players still on this site. Some good Deagle headshots will be required to get through, certainly. Being held off with the Deagle. However, 3 players have now been able to rotate to the site. Benjamin with an excellent pick, traded by Gary. Made getting a pick onto him as well. Terasian with an excellent double with the MAC-10. Jacob left in a 1v2 with the P250 being unlikely to close the round. Push out, run through the flashes. A little bit of difficulty on the spray, but Binka will still close Jacob. Confirming the anti-eco against Corona. Actually seems mostly a force, so... Be another force coming out from Corona. Gonna try to really contest this T side. So you're really confident in their pistols because it could extremely punish their economy with the weaker weapons. Seems like a fast B play coming up for Corona. But the fast mid rotations and an excellent initial pick with the ZZ traded by Gary. Teams running around. Excellent first pickoff by Made. Bomb, however, going down, but a 4v3 advantage for CoronaCore. And they'll opt, instead of waiting, to try to rotate towards this long and look for an engagement. Excellent headshot from Jacob onto Terasian. And the amount of people appearing more questionable now. AK picked up on Jacob now, too. This round seems to snowball out of their grasp. Gary being eliminated, Half Bay left alone with the defuse being stuck on site. Seems to be unaware of the defuse and helpless to the situation. May at least save his life and his Galil for the next round. CoronaCore stealing an excellent round away with the Deagles. See, another full buy coming out for Fortes. Decent utility, but 1 Galil. Double op coming out now for CoronaCore. utilizing all of the money they've gained from stealing away. Interesting one way of the smoke, not being able to find the initial pickoff, and a very default mid coming out here from Fortes. Have Elementor looking for lurk, and Vacation will punish him, leaving this B extremely open, forcing rotations and certainly weakening the CT side. Another good pick found by Teresian onto Made. Now we have Benjamin and Markdon probably left on a save, however split against each other. Likely that frags may be hunted, and Fortes will get their third as well as shredding the CT economy. Excellent pick from Markadon, finding a kill onto Gary. However, with rotate towards A, it's going to be important for Benjamin to get multiple kills, for it to be instantly denied from the first engagements by Half Bay. With the bomb going down, it'll be a third for Fortes. Good pick found by Markadon on to Half Bay. However, they've completely given up the site, and they're opting to look to hunt this impactful op that they know may change things for CoronaCore, allowing them to immediately recover in the next round. Where they appear to default, not holding the bomb, but not really hunting for the player as well. So Markadon will be able to save this op going into the fifth. Terrorists win. With 5,500 on Jacob, I could expect more forces likely to come out with how CoronaCore has been playing. But it appears they'll just opt for the pistols, with Jacob tossing some for his teammates. Corona playing aggressive with this op, knowing to use it as the first weapon. Excellent first initial pickoff. Will successfully get away. Made pushing up to attempt to brawl. However, Binka and Gary will both find picks across A long and mid from the aggression of these pistols, giving advantage back to Fortes. It's hard to read, but Markdown looking for this pick and finding it on Gary may decentivize these T's as they run back towards B. Cation may be able to find this kill on the Elementor here, cutting off rotations through this midsection, forcing CT rotates. However, Fortes appear to be taking their time progressing through, which will give ample time for Corona to rotate. It's a very tense retake round situation that either team may be able to run away with. Jacob with the excellent first kill cleanly eliminated Binka. The 2v2 retake. Vacation holding an excellent angle, but Markadon immediately getting the trade, leaving the 1v1 situation. Markadon knows exactly where he is, but misses the first shot. Vacation trying to hold off angles onto him, but Markadon with an excellent flick and a 4K, salvaging the team the round with the op. Job by him to shift the tides, and with the pistol buy, it'll be an excellent full buy, full utility, straight off the go for CoronaCore. It'll appear to be a half buy of sorts, with some deagles, half armor, and Tech 9 and deagles. Excellent first shot. Markdown will attempt to run away, left alone with this op. Benka with an aggressive play, finding an opening as well onto a rifle player. It seems Fortes have done the exact same thing, being able to play aggressively, get control of this A site with an excellent plant towards their mid control, leaving a very difficult retake situation for CoronaCore. Shifting the tides once again. Some excellent utility usage coming out, however. Excellent first pick from Markadon once again. See, leads the entry and clear these angles. fail to get the spray down made. Vacation getting the successful trade, however he focuses on the bomb, allowing Vacation to get the double to close the round. Recovering an op of Benjamin as well. Absolutely. As of right now, we see the impact reflected of players like Markedon with the excellent 9-4, getting those 4 rounds to break his team, get around, but these have immediately been retaken back by Fortes with a dominant T lead, leading 4-2. Appear they're leaning towards a B default here. Vacation with the first kill. Good coordination to have the window break before he fires to ensure the kill's made. Markdown will be punished by the HE as he peeks with the scout to get a tag. With only 2 deagles and a USP, Fortes should be able to reasonably close this out soon. First pick done by Half Bay. He'll transfer and get a second, and Terasian will save him to cover the third. Excellent lead and start by Fortes here. Start halfway through this first half now. And it'll be a force by Corona. Feeling the pressure. 2 FAMASas and a UMP will make things extremely difficult, especially on this mid control. It's up to Markedon to hold this with the op. On B, it'll be made alone with the FAMAS here, holding mid. Possibly. They played aggressive towards their mid as well. Sure how much I'd question that, because they've been punished on it. Terasian getting excellent damage traded with Markedon as well. Important that they save this op here, if they want to be able to use it to hold and get impact, especially with the low HP. Jacob holding info towards mid, letting his teammate Benjamin with the UMP hold for info towards A. Should be getting an engagement very soon. So it seems an heavy A lean and an execute will come in from Fortes onto this A site. But there's still plenty of utility left on CoronaCore, so it'll be important for them to use it in an impactful way. Benjamin appears to be opting to lurk behind this box angle. So if they don't clear him and they try to just rush into the site, it could be a very large amount of damage coming out. Excellent smoke timing, blocking off team. Benjamin will decide to explode early, and 2 excellent entries from Vacation and Benka to get them control of the site. Excellent smoke spam coming out and eliminating all the CTs, and alert to Half Bay to close out mid, giving a dominant 6th round for the Fortes. Apparently a very discoordinated. Most players will save up a bit of money, opting for just pistols. However, Elementor will also invest in fully in an M4 no helmet. I wouldn't necessarily say it's map control, Joni. They've just been playing kind of effectively of finding these picks and in the engagements, and forcing pressure and to create openings from Corona. Whether intentionally or not, but they are reading them very well. And making sure to hold like they do, with Terasian being able to get a kill on Markedon here. May lean more towards an A lean, but Jacob's finding this info. As he does so, they know that they do not seem to be towards this A section of the map and will rotate to B promptly. Fortes hasn't cleared anything, so they'll be slow to push through here. Should allow the CTs, though their weapons are weak, will allow them to at least be stacked on the site, and with some potential good deagle shots, may find an opening. The Molly may reassert the situation, and now with the 3 CTs stacked onto the site with 1 rotation. Excellent first kill by Benjamin. He'll find the second as well. Elementor finds a kill. Half A being the only one, leaving a good situation. Vacation will recover with the first pick with an op. Jacob behind with some difficult deagle shots, but will close out on half bay, leaving Vacation alone in a 1v2 situation. Horde towards the heaven, but with no time left on the clock and not even having the bomb, Vacation will have to opt into a save, and an excellent played round from Corona, reading the Fortes unit to close the round. Will however successfully save the op, and just like Corona, they may be able to have excellent impact with it, especially when they've had a very successful dominant lead here so far. Their pockets are loaded with cash. 6K on 2 players, over 10K on Vacation, and another 3K on the remaining 2. Excellent smoke and flash leading towards some mid control here. That's how Fortes will start this round. With a heavy passive A towards mid lane for deeper control, led by Corona. Benjamin will focus on making sure this A-long's not pushed by anyone on Fortes, and Fortes will opt in to keep with their mid control. Likely to see them rotate and take this into a B here, depending on how they feel about things, but they'll believe that CoronaCore is not taken or contested anything, and will walk up towards A to set up for another execute, as it was very successful. Elementor finding his demise as Binka finds an excellent lurk frag through mid, leaving this A very exposed. Jacob finding another kill. Benjamin being unprepared for the explosion of the Fortes unit. Only thing to be attempted to do is a bit of spam, but it will fail. An attempt at finding some frags will be made, but they will be left to save for this round, giving a 7th now to Fortes. Markdown immediately punished, looking for some frags or a potential opening. And with no money, it'll be another light pistol buy. Though Chrono's done well with them, it's not something you'd want to put your favor in. Good pick found on this Opera that's left exited alone far earlier. For being completely open in the T-spawn. Fail to find anyone else. And it'll be very little money left on the CoronaCore players going into the 11th. See Binka getting traded by Jacob here to start with a very deep mid play. Some excellent kills going out. So wait for a second, apologies. Continued dominance by Fortes on this first map. Good kill being found by Elementor, leaving a 2v2 situation and a chance with this AK picked off on Markedon. Towards the A. Excellent headshot through the corner. Found by half bay. Push the CTs back. They hear the rotations, they should be rotating towards B as well. And should be able to punish them. Appear that they opt to go out through long, but Markedon is holding deep on the site, and unless they clear him out, he may get a free double here. He does with an excellent spray down, getting a 4th for Corona. Excellent work to really squeeze by some rounds. Hopefully if they may learn to adjust, and if they continue to use this aggression to find picks to help them out, they may find more success, be able to recover into this half. on with a good HE to blow up the door to hold deeper towards the B short positions. Benjamin will be looking towards a pick towards this midsection. This half bay will find an initial pick into Jacob here. Made will get a kill to be traded by Binka. Half bay finding the kill onto Benjamin as well, leaving a dominant 4v2 remaining. Markedon will push towards mid for information here. May potentially find a kill. Markedon finding a first kill. Potentially. Jumping down, doing a 360 onto Binka. Dominating him, and Elementor will hold the other two, pushing towards A long. Giving a fifth to Corona. Markedon's doing an excellent job of getting these rounds onto the CoronaCore scoreboard to recover. I wouldn't do it that soon. They have to win this map first to actually have the impact zoning. Markedon with another pick, now towards B long. Seems to be repositioning and finding these picks for the team. So boost will come out towards this A long section. For these T's are very passive towards this area. And set up heavy towards B and going through this mid. Fortez's options still open, both very passive, with a very passive setup now from Corona. It'll be very difficult for them to find picks going further. The excellent 5v4 advantage. Corona will be carefully holding. Little utility being thrown to block off the control. Immediately followed up by a molly to block off the push. Be smoked out, and they'll explode onto this A site. Excellent spray down. Double from Benjamin. Jacob holding towards this pit, being a point of contention. Binka will look towards the rotator, punishing Elementor, attempting to rotate behind them before joining his teammate to engage into the site. Excellent flash onto Jacob, and they'll eliminate Benjamin. Jacob with a clean shot and the repeak. Start going to crossfire. Benjamin's in an awkward situation here, forcing to try to plant the bomb. Will be enabled to do so, but Jacob will clean him out. An excellent hold from Benjamin and Jacob, and it'll be a 6 from CoronaCore. Covering in excellent fashion during this first half. Still 2 more rounds left. Another excellent kill from Markedon into Binka, which has been star player for Fortez. Good molly, cut him off, and an excellent spray down from Elementor, with Markedon following him up with the op and Deagle as well. Shutting down Fortez out of the B site and enabling them a 7th and a chance to win the half. Excellent recovery from the initial start, adjusting and answering to the aggression and the movement of Fortez. Looks like Markedon wants to play more aggressive here. They want to find this round, and an excellent pick into half bay will give them that 5v4 advantage they need. Rajan looking for this pick towards mid in this passive position towards the mid. Benjamin as well will help with this lower mid control. Ready for Terasian, we'll eliminate him, we'll re-peek and get the second onto Vacation. Smoke off Gary and respect the potential. Hear him running through and do excellent spam. Running through and finding the kill onto Gary, getting bomb control and a 3rd kill on the round as well. Molly will force Binka into the open, and Made will close him, giving aid for Corona. excellent half. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the start of this first match of the best of 3. Certainly enjoying to see what's going on. So if you're interested in watching the map you've been watching submerged and potentially interested in it or any other custom maps, there is a Faceit hub where you can see all of these maps being played and more. Below the channel there'll be a link to join the Faceit hubs if you want to participate with the community of various mappers and players that enjoy. Vacation will hold towards B connector here to start off this pistol. We're going deep here and finding an initial pick. Being similar A play done by Corona. However, Fortes with Teresian and Binka will have an excellent hold onto the site initially. Leaving Made alone 1v5 and bomb control. Left dropped on the A site. Likely for much to be done, and Fortes will immediately recover with the first round with an 8-8 scoreline. Two excellent headshots though coming out towards this B connector, where the passive positions now being held by the remaining 3 players, respecting Made will make a successful round very difficult. Also with the smoke as well, leaving a very difficult position, and it'll be closed out. Be interesting to see what Fortes puts onto the table and how they opt to play in. Lots of heavy rifles, 3 FAMASas, an M4 and an MP9. Light Deagles by Corona, enjoying their pistol buys. Try to find more rounds. Vacation holding deep towards mid for rotations from the B side of the map, punishing Jacob. Markdown as well will look for Vacation, although he is left and given control of the position, the advantage they've recovered. Gary holding passive towards B long here. Vacation going for a peek and finding a kill onto Markdown. Vacation will find another player engaging towards him mid, and he'll surrender the position, holding back. Benjamin as well engaging Gary, trying to find a kill. Gary will close him with an excellent headshot. Last 2 players leaning towards the B doors, being held closely by Binka. Be likely ready to go and spray down to close the round. 9 for Fortes. Full AK buy, but not much utility from CoronaCore, so they'll have to trust themselves in their aim to get a lot of the impact done. Vacation going for a greedy initial peek, using utility to ensure these players push back with excellent utility damage. Finding the kill is onto Jacob as well, attempting to hold the section below. Finding kill into Benjamin as he peeks as the smoke blooms. Markdown will follow, finding a revenge kill onto Vacation, spraying as well, getting Benka as well, which Markdown will trade out. Get traded out by Half Bay. Made an Elementor, left in a 2v3 situation. Split across the map as well. It was difficult. It's up to Made here to ensure that he finds the kill onto this A player. Mentor looking for a pick towards mid, but will join his teammate as they go on to A. Yeah, guessing audience 5, so Mads, alright. I'll keep that in mind, correct it. Yeah, Elementor with the initial peek into half bay will find the kill, and the site control smoked off CT. Elementor pushing past the smoke will find the second onto Gary as well, leaving Terasian alone in a 1v2 situation. Molly smoke and a kit, though, does allow him the space he might need to create to ensure that he can defuse this bomb. You can molly the pit, but these passive positions towards CT and long will enable a safe hold. Finding the first kill into Terasian, but with the gap, if Mads holds through this, it will be an easy kill to punish Terasian as he attempts to stick on the bomb. Excellent round, and CoronaCore will keep it even. Very close score line with a 9th for each team. Be a standard light buy coming out from the Fortes unit with lots of mid aggression. Vacation able to find a kill into Jacob alone with a scout towards deep mid. And it'll be a split B coming out. 2 players hid holding this B site. Excellent spray down and damage given by Terasian. However, Benjamin will help close. Be a 3v2 situation, but heavy damage sustained by the CoronaCore. Binka only needs 1 shot onto 2 of the players here. And the excellent headshot onto the full HP players. Mark it on left in a 1v1, and the Molotov will force him forward if he wishes to engage. Successfully getting the kill, salvaging the round before dying in the flames. Significantly damaging the economy, but still holding forward. CoronaCore will continue with with 2 Galils, however, with full M4s and ops coming out for Fortes. Binka appears to be playing aggressive towards A with this op with an aggressive mid with 2 rifles from Corona. Benjamin successfully getting the trade, and Mads will find the kill on Binka towards A long. They appear to wish to run through the smoke and engage straight onto the A site. Terasian, not prepared for the aggression, will get picked off. It'll be a 4v2 in favor of Corona. Gary and Half Bay likely to save, as the money is extremely weak on this Fortes side. Well, appears the guns will be able to be successfully saved by both Gary and Half Bay towards this B-long section. Jacob does appear to be looking for exits, but will not find any. Excellent 11-9 lead for the CoronaCore building up. Making sure 1 or 2 clean rounds, especially against this weak buy of Fortes only being able to have the 2 rifles saved previously. Could collect some money and really start to run over this half. And we'll be looking 2 5.7s opted, so maybe playing more of a spray reliant style. There's no deagles picked up for Fortes. 5.7s will be tagged and some map control gained by Benjamin towards mid. Jacob will ensure the connector's clear. Mads clearing out the player and Market on finding a pick towards long as well. Terasian left alone on the site and will be eliminated by Elementor. Benka killed by Jacob as well, leaving Half Bay with one of the saved rifles on his own. #12th imminent for Corona. Starting to build up a lead in both economy and in rounds. Interesting position towards deep long held towards Half Bay on the save. Be up to him potentially with this rifle to ensure that more utility spot to fight off these plays from Corona. They push and they'll find the kill onto half bay as he peeks and tries to get the engagement in sure last second. Excellent money's been saved up, so they should be able to find a buy regardless. Due to that death, half bay cannot use that reserve money to drop a teammate to an op or anything like the sorts, so they'll be stuck with a full rifle round. Vacation still opting with the M4 to go aggressive into mid with a teammate as well. Teration will assist him with that. They can test it. Half bay on his own towards B long will get engaged with Elementor here in a second. Elementor's looking really hard for this initial pick. Benko with an off angle to punish Elementor. Give a 5v4 advantage. More pushes coming out, and Benjamin's just going to lurk towards his A side, finding the kill onto Gary with Market on as well, finding a double kill with the op. Benjamin with a second towards A as well. They hear Vacation running down to try to get the flank behind, closing him out. 13th for Corona. Money gone for Fortes. And a lack of answers for the aggression of Corona, finding these picks. Got up to 7 rounds remaining. 8 technically, including this one. Seems an aggressive A long play, and Benjamin will find another double towards these pistols on Fortes, giving them A site control, and with everyone else on Fortes split around the map, a third for Benjamin, hungry for the frags. Current situation looks like it'll be a 14th for Corona, and Fortes will have to run off of potentially only one true full buy remaining in the next round. Be a very challenging and hard road for recovery for this first map. For assuming things have functioned in a similar way, this was likely the pick of CoronaCore initially. So Fortes' pick of Basalt would be their goal to recover in this next map. Looks like there'll be a light mid, mostly just Market on going for a raw peek against half bay, being punished for the unsupported aggression, lining up into the crosshair. Vacation with a deep angle towards mid, trying to hold both the upper and lower portion. Benjamin on alert, Vacation unfortunately falling. Loses accuracy and be eliminated by Benjamin. Gary and Teration left alone on these holds. Benjamin will likely run out and be found out by Mads as they push onto the site. Excellent smoke spam coming through and site control given. However, with the gaps in the smokes, Benko will find a pick onto Jacob. Half bay misses the punish on this player peeking towards CT, allowing Elementor the double and potentially able to close out. But an excellent USB headshot by half bay to recover, but left with only 30 HP and an op against 2 players. He'll opt to save and give CoronaCore the 15th. Choose a cheeky angle to hold, cubbied onto the B side if they hunt for him and try to clear. The low HP on the CoronaCore players, they'll opt for their save. 15 now found for Corona. It requires 6 match points to recover an OT on this first map for Fortes. Mind that we'll be watching the semi and grand finals of the event, and this will include best of 3 in all of these matches, and this is only the first map so far being played between these two teams. Expected. Excellent deep nade will find damage on both Mads and Jacob, and some molly damage found, or spam actually, from Gary towards Elementor. The gap in the door will allow a half bay to find the kill on him as well. Benjamin left alone trying to find the kill with a flashbang out. And we'll find it as well, exploding around the map. And with the A control found, T's will give up and rotate their positions. Half bay with an excellent frag shooting below the boxes on the benches. Finding Benjamin unprepared and ready for the aim. Vacation deep through mid will find a kill and damage onto Jacob as well. Obtaining map control for these rotations. Lurk through mid from Mercadon from B. Allow him to be able to find a pick, but will be traded by Gary, leaving Jacob alone in a 1v2 with a player lurking behind him. Gary will find the kill, closing off the potential to rotate to the B site for Jacob, and Fortes hold on to another round. Match is over when it's over. Don't bite too early. Surprising things that can happen in this sort of environment, though CoronaCore do seem well positioned to close this. Benjamin pushing through, and Vacation with a deep angle holding towards the B connector. The lack of mid aggression from CoronaCore makes him comfortable in this position. Be ready. Successfully clearing out Benjamin, finding an AK. Markedon will not find the kill and get spammed through the full set of doors towards this B main. Smoke off and some other utility being thrown. Jacob will be burned a little. Some damage found into Gary as Elementor tries lurking into the A site, but will be punished. Leaving a 3v5 with the CT's position towards this B site that Corona's been leaning towards. Half A will find the excellent pick onto Markedon through the wall, leaving only 2 players alive. Looks like it'll be soon an 11th for Fortes as they lead on this road to a comeback. Slow walkout B, and an excellent headshot found by Teresian. Mads left alone. Teresian looking for the kill, and will find it with the MP9 in excellent fashion too, finding an AK to upgrade to. The other M4 player of Binka also finding another AK. Excellent money, and with all these AKs in the op found, it may be difficult for Corona to even break the money of Fortes. They'll have to win this with a round against full buys generally with good utility throughout the rest of this half. Fortes' chances grow, however with this heavy A lean, it's important for Fortes to be prepared for this. The excellent nade directly onto Mads, but the flashbang with the boost onto the boxes will find a kill onto Gary. Benjamin with the lurk towards mid too. Only 1 player on this A site to desperately hold against being pushed from both angles. Failed to do so on Binka. Elementor will find the trade for Mads. And half base left in a 1v4, eliminated by Elementor to give this first map in favor of CoronaCore. The second map will soon be in Basalt. See how everything goes.